Okay, good afternoon everyone. So this is your biology class and today I will start a new chapter, that is the last chapter of your book, chapter number 22, and the name of the chapter is Chemical Coordination and Integration. So that is the heading of the chapter, that is Chemical Coordination and Integration. So what we will read in this particular chapter, that is different types of endocrine glands. So what I have mentioned, endocrine glands. So for that you have to know first what is the gland. Gland is a mass of cell from which something will be secreted. Okay, so gland is a mass of cell and from gland something will be secreted. And these glands may be of three types. And what are they? Exocrine gland, endocrine gland and heterocrine gland or mixed gland. Okay, so what are the three types of glands? Exocrine, endocrine and mixed. So from the exocrine glands enzymes will be released. From the exocrine gland enzymes will be released and from the endocrine gland hormones will be released. You know that what is enzyme. So you came to know another new term, that is hormone, and from the mixed gland both enzymes and hormones will be released. So from the exocrine gland enzymes will be released, endocrine glands hormones will be released, and from the mixed gland both enzymes and hormones will be released. Now you have to know what are the different examples. So for exocrine glands, as you know that in the elementary color you have read about the different parts from where the enzymes can be released. So these will be under exocrine glands. And what are the different endocrine glands? We will read into this particular chapter, like pituitary gland, adrenal gland, hypothalamus. So these are the different glands from which hormones will be released, and some glands are there from which both enzymes and hormones will be released. And examples of these type of glands are pancreas, gonad, that means testes, ovary. So first our main interest is our endocrine gland. Okay, so these from this exocrine gland enzymes will be released, and enzymes can be released through a duct. Okay, so a duct, a mass of cell is there and their secretion will be released into the duct, and through the duct it will reach the target place. But in case of hormones it is a ductless gland. It is a ductless gland. Why it is called as ductless gland? Because in this particular type of endocrine glands ducts are absent. They will directly release into the blood. Okay, they will release their secretion directly into the blood. As ducts are absent, that is why it is called as ductless gland. Okay, so in this particular chapter you have to read about the human endocrine system. Okay, so the study where this type of study of the hormones and different endocrine glands can be considered is called as endocrinology. Okay, and the hormone was discovered by Ernst A. Sterling. It was discovered by Ernst A. Sterling. Okay, so we have to know that what is hormone, and this in our body all the control and coordination is taking place by two systems. What are they? Nervous system and this endocrine system. These two are maintaining the correct coordination. These endocrine systems are maintaining the coordination, okay, and integration. That is why the heading of this chapter is like this. So now our next interest is hormone. So hormones are considered as chemical messengers. Okay, so what I have told you, that different functions of our body is carried out by the hormones, and the neural and the endocrine system jointly coordinate and regulate all the physiological functions of the body. And endocrine glands, as they lack glands, and that is why they are called as ductless glands, and their secretion of the endocrine glands are called as hormones. Okay, and previously there was a classical definition of hormone. It was like that: hormone is a chemical produced by endocrine glands and released into the blood and transported to a distantly located target organ. Okay, so that was the classical definition of hormone. So target organ means hormones will produce at a specific gland and it will function at somewhere else. Okay, so where it will function, this part is called as target organ. Okay, so this part is called as target organ, and hormones can work like, it can be divided into local hormone and tropic hormone. Local hormone means the hormones which are releasing at a particular place and working, their function is there. But in case of tropic hormone, the hormones will release somewhere and its function will be somewhere else. Okay, so in modern science, the hormones can be defined as: hormones are non-nutrient chemicals which act as the intercellular messengers and are produced in the trace amounts. So hormones always will be produced in trace amounts. So I am repeating the actual definition of hormones. Hormones are non-nutrient chemicals which act as the intercellular messenger and are produced in trace amounts. Okay, so the hormones, that the different functions will be performed by the hormones released by endocrine glands. And in case of invertebrates, they are having a simple endocrine system, few hormones will be released, whereas in case of vertebrates, large number of chemicals act as a hormones and provide coordination in the vertebrates. So our main target is to know about the human endocrine system. So under this human endocrine system, we will discuss about some glands which are called as endocrine glands, and their hormone produced or diffused cells are located in different parts of our body, and these can be considered as endocrine system. So I am repeating, what is the meaning of this endocrine system? The endocrine glands and hormone producing diffused cells or tissues located in different parts of our body constitute the endocrine system. Okay, and different endocrine bodies are in our body. So what are they? These are hypothalamus, pituitary gland, pineal gland, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, adrenal gland, thymus gland, pancreas, and gonads, means testes and ovary. So these are some endocrine bodies which constitute the endocrine system in human. So first hypothalamus, then pituitary gland, after that pineal gland, after that thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, adrenal gland, thymus gland, pancreas, and gonads, that means testes and ovary. Okay. So in addition to these, there are some other organs like gastrointestinal tract, liver, kidney, heart, they also can produce hormones in case of humans. So these are the main glands, but beside these there are some organs. I am repeating the name of the organs: gastrointestinal tract, kidney, liver, heart. They can produce some hormones. These are also will be under this endocrine system. Okay, so you have to know the details of all these endocrine glands and hypothalamus of the human body. So first I will discuss about the hypothalamus, because this hypothalamus is playing a main role in the human endocrine system. So first one is hypothalamus. You have to know the location, hormones and functions. So hypothalamus is the basal part of the diencephalon or forebrain. So it is the basal part of diencephalon or forebrain. As you know that human brain is divided into 3 lobes, that is forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. So this hypothalamus actually is the basal part of the diencephalon or forebrain. Now if we consider the brain like that, so this front part is considered as forebrain and this is the hypothalamus. Okay, and it regulates the wide spectrum of body functions. Okay, the function of hypothalamus is it regulates the wide spectrum body functions, and the hormones which are released from the hypothalamus is called as neurohormones. Why? Because a special type of cells, secretory cells are present which are releasing these hormones, and these cells are called as neurosecretory cells. Neurosecretory cells. Okay. So, what is the location? That it is the basal part of the forebrain or diencephalon, and it regulates a wide range of body function, and it contains a several group of neurosecretory cells, and these neurosecretory cells are considered as nuclei. Okay, these neurosecretory cells are considered as nuclei, and these neurosecretory cells which produce hormones which are called as neurohormones. And what is the function of this hypothalamus? That it regulates the synthesis and secretion of pituitary hormones. So function is the regulates the synthesis and secretion of pituitary hormone. Okay, so that is the main function of hypothalamus, that it regulates the synthesis and secretion of the pituitary hormones. Now, you have to know that pituitary gland is like that. Okay, it is having some 2 lobes. The front lobe is called as anterior lobe and the another lobe is called as posterior lobes. Okay. Yes, Diya, I have uploaded 3 videos. One has been recorded in the lab and 2 in the classroom. You have to check. You will get to know your name and the project topic. Okay. Not in the school's website, Diya, it is in the YouTube. A video is there, you will find it in the YouTube of your school. Clear? So, these the hormones which are produced from the hypothalamus, actually these are 2 types of hormones. Okay. So, the hormones which are produced from the hypothalamus are 2 types. First one is releasing hormone and the second one is inhibitory hormone. Okay, so you from this name you can understand that from the releasing hormone only it will help to release or secrete the pituitary hormones. So from the hormones produced by the hypothalamus, these are mainly two types, releasing hormone and inhibitory hormone. So from the releasing hormone we stimulate the secretion of the pituitary hormones, and inhibitory hormone will inhibit the secretion of the pituitary hormone. So by this you can understand that actually pituitary gland is under the control of the hypothalamus, and that is why hypothalamus is considered as master of master gland, as pituitary is considered as master gland because it is maintaining controlling the all the body function. So as it is pituitary is controlled by hypothalamus, so it is called as master of master gland. Okay, so now if I want to provide you an example, so for example a hormone is there, that is GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone. So this gonadotropin releasing hormone stimulate the pituitary to synthesis and release of gonadotropins. This gonadotropin releasing hormone stimulates the synthesis of gonadotropins. Okay, so this is the example of releasing hormone, and another one is that is inhibitory hormone, and this example of this is somatostatin. Okay, the example is somatostatin, that somatostatin from the hypothalamus inhibits the release of the growth hormone from the pituitary. From the pituitary growth hormone releases, and somatostatin from the hypothalamus inhibits the release of this particular growth hormone from the pituitary gland. Okay, so these hormones are actually originating in the hypothalamic neurons, and they are passing through a axon and are released from their nerve endings. You know the different parts of a nerve, and so it is passing through the axon and releasing through the different nerve endings, and these hormones reach the pituitary gland through a special portal circulatory system and regulate the function of the anterior pituitary. Okay, so you have to remember that these two lobes of the pituitary will be controlled by the hypothalamus by two different ways. For this anterior pituitary, this is the pathway, and for the posterior pituitary, it is directly under the neural regulation of the hypothalamus. Okay, so special circulatory portal circulatory system is present for the regulating the anterior pituitary hormones, but on the other hand the posterior pituitary is the direct control or neural regulation of the hypothalamus. Okay, so from this we came to know about the location, different hormones and function of the hypothalamus. And for getting a better idea in case of in human endocrine system, we have to know these basic structures and their functions first. So in my next class I will discuss about the master gland, that is sorry everyone, so that is the pituitary gland. Okay, so for today that's it. Do you have any query? If you are having, you can ask me. Okay, so thank you and bye bye.